Hi, and welcome back to the Living in Savannah channel. I'm James Headley. Today's episode falls under that general category of videos here on the channel where I look at a recently published article or study and provide both my personal professional perspective as well as translating to the local market here on Skidaway. Before I delve into these top 10 seller mistakes from this recent article, let me thank you for tuning into the channel and liking, subscribing, and sharing. Please continue to do so. And with that, the number one seller mistake is probably no surprise to anyone. It is pricing too high. I can't say it any better, so we'll use the words from the article itself. It's no secret, price is everything. Overpricing does more to discourage buyers than any other single factor. When you overprice, you put your home in competition with homes that may be newer, larger, or have more amenities than yours. You help your competition sell their homes. Make sure you get pricing advice from an experienced professional real estate agent who knows the market. And that's it from what the article had to say. I'll simply add that I continue to be amazed by some of the pricing I see here in the landings. Whether it is the house that goes through multiple agents at the same price or the homes that drop 10% or so in one price cut from their asking prices, all I can say is be realistic when pricing your home and don't fall for an agent's hyperbole in terms of what you might get. Number two is poor condition. Hopefully you aren't combining number one and number two here. Yes, we have housing stock in the landings that in some cases is 5 decades old, but before listing, do what you can to make your home shine as best it is, and at the same time, recognize that there are pricing trade-offs pending the current state of your home. Number three is poor curb appeal. I'd actually downplay this as a factor here in the landings beyond covering, what I said in the last point. We aren't in a drive-by and buy community here, but again, even a minimal amount of investing in landscaping, for instance, can help with your home's marketability. Number four is dreary dark homes don't sell. This one seems pretty straightforward, so I will just add that if your listing agent chooses to use photos that make your house look even darker than it is, you aren't doing yourself any favors. Number five, don't over-improve. Bottom line here is to get your home in good showing condition, but don't overdo it. Huge projects such as complete remodels of kitchens, adding decks, expanding room sizes, opening up the home, may not pay back on your investment. In some cases they will. So keep in mind that your taste may not be the same as your eventual buyers, and get some good advice in terms of what those renovations may impact in terms of your home selling price, as you're going to need to walk the tightrope here between this and number two, for example. Number six is be financeable. Given both the cash-only or cash-equivalent offers that dominate here, as well as the few exceptions related to roofing that impacts more insurance than anything, I'm going to move on to number seven, which is get good advice and good market exposure. Along with getting the pricing right, the biggest contribution that your listing agent can make is to get your home in front of the right people in the best light possible. I'm going to be blunt here and say that it ought to be crystal clear just from reading some listing descriptions that are only a few sentences long. For example, who is actively marketing your home widely versus expecting buyers to find you because you were in the landings and or they've been doing business here for years, if not decades. Number eight, don't be present during showings. I know you think you are the exception because you know your home better than anyone, or you will know when to stay out of the way and how to stay out of the way, etc. You aren't. Leave for showings. It's just better off, and things are going to work out better in 99 out of 100 circumstances, if not 100 out of 100. Number nine, let your agent do the negotiating. I might not phrase this as strongly as the article did because I think this is a team endeavor with the professional that you hire to be your agent, as long as you've made the right decision there. But that said, just avoid thinking you know better in the face of data or letting negotiations get personal. Your home is personal, but selling it is business. And that brings us to our final number on the list, and that's to act fast with offers. It's always a good thing to be responsive in life, I believe, but I would just add the reminder here that you hopefully hired an agent who both knows how to negotiate best on your behalf and also has your best interests at heart. Is your agent in the volume business, or are they realistically patient when it comes to selling your home? Can they tell you why an offer is a good or a bad one, or are they just trying to move on to the next transaction? I hope this was helpful to you, and of course, if you are thinking about selling your landings home, I would welcome the opportunity to discuss how we might work together to get you the best price possible. Or if you aren't ready to reach out, compare some recent listings and results for yourself and decide if it is worth reaching out. Until then, thanks again for tuning in and liking, subscribing, and sharing, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next episode.